What's up, everybody? Today I want to make a different type of video. It's kind of like what is Phasmophobia about type video, and the reason why I want to do this is because a lot of the people that watch my videos probably don't even play Phasmophobia. So I thought I might just explain the game a little bit, like what is Phasmophobia. I'm just going to create a private game real quick. So you're basically a ghost hunter. Your purpose in this game is to find a ghost that is basically haunting, and then your job is to gather the evidence, and then a ghost removal team can come in and deal with it.
Now we can call Dan Aykroyd and the other Ghostbusters, like Bill Murray, and they'll come in here and knock him out.
You know, you have professional levels, you have intermediate levels, and amateur. If you do an amateur map, I would recommend basically only using the starting equipment, because if you die, you're going to lose more than you can possibly gain, so you're just going to basically lose out on money. Early on, you kind of, not only are you trying to get leveled up to unlock some of the different items that only become available once you reach a certain level, you know, you want these items to actually be useful for you. And you know, $100, like if you're in an amateur levels, you're only getting like $30 or something ridiculous like that. So you want to try to get to the point where you're comfortable enough to move up into the levels, finally to the point where you can do professional. Now, so each map has like a recommended team size associated with it, right? Certain maps would be better for larger teams, and the reason that is because they're larger maps. So like the Ridgeview Roadhouse is a small map, so they recommend 2. Brownstone High School is a medium-sized map. It's actually pretty large, but they recommend at least 3 people, as well as some sanity pills, because it is a large map. And when you're searching, a lot of different ghosts have some sizable effects on your sanity, so it's a pretty good idea to bring sanity pills. And then you have smaller maps like Edgefield Street House and the Ridgeview Roadhouse. I'm just going to do starting equipment, not even going to add the thermometer. If you can see your breath, then you know for a fact that you have freezing temps. I think they give you a thermometer when you first start, and it is a nice item to have. So I'll just show you basically with this is the starting equipment. You get an EMF reader. Oh, look at that. I already got a 3 right here. So there's activity right here. Reader, a flashlight. This is a really weak flashlight. Try to upgrade your flashlight. A photo camera. You know, basically you get 5 pictures. You can take pictures of the ghosts. The UV light, it helps you look for fingerprints. And if you have salt, you can see footprints, which helps you see where the ghost is traveling. Video camera. When you use the video camera, you can see spirit orbs, spirit box, and then the ghost writing is another clue that you need. So these are like the basic things that you have to be able to find the ghost. I've readied up. I'm going to go ahead and start this basic job in amateur and just show you the basics of the game, just so you can kind of, I don't know, I'm hoping that by watching maybe kind of an explanation of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, maybe you can appreciate the game a little bit more. You can carry up to 3 items, right? So I can put another item in my hand, right? I can carry up to 3 items in my hand. Generally, the flashlight is going to be something I'm going to always carry around because I don't like walking around in the dark. My game just crashed. That sucks. Alright, we're going to try to do the tutorial on this one, I guess. This might even be the tutorial house. We're just going to use starting equipment. Up above the computer monitor is our 5-minute setup timer. The first thing you need is to grab a key. Without the key, you cannot unlock the front door. It doesn't take up any inventory slots. So what we're going to look for is the ghost. It's a good idea to have a flashlight. You're going to try to detect the ghost's presence with this EMF reader. Another good method to find the ghost's dwelling place is to use the thermometer. it will give you a lower than average temperature reading in that location. But remember, we elected not to bring the thermometer in this case. So obviously, I picked up the key. I can't open this door without the key. You see the lock symbol. Because I have the key in my inventory, I'm able to pick it up. I'll pick up this key because if the alarm goes off on the car, it's pretty annoying. I'm going to turn a light on here. You don't have to turn the lights on. I have a flashlight, but you know, we have 5 minutes to set up because this is an amateur. This is an amateur round. So there's a timer going, counting down as we go throughout the house. I like to turn the lights back off because if you have too many lights on, you can trip the main circuit breaker and then you'll be without lights. There's some ghosts that use lights to their advantage, and like so if the lights are off, it would be bad for you, and then there's other ghosts where you can actually reduce their capabilities by shutting off the main power. So it's kind of a mixed bag, really. We're going to go ahead and just keep walking around. I'm looking for a spike on this EMF reader. Just basically it'll fluctuate. Like I said earlier, we didn't bring the thermometer, so all we have is the EMF reader. We're also looking for some activity. So if the ghost is active, you might see things fly off the wall, you might see lights flicker. That might help you determine the location of the ghost. And we're trying to just run through this house kind of quickly to find the ghost. We have 5 minutes again in amateur. Other, I believe, intermediate and professional levels. Obviously in professional, I know for a fact you don't have a 5-minute head start. So we're just going to continue through this house. It's a pretty small house. We haven't gone through the basement yet. But we're in the garage now. And I'm not seeing anything. I'm not really hearing anything. I'm going to turn off the lights. Oh, okay, so we got something. Oh, and I can see my breath. So that's what I was talking about, where you can know for a fact that you have... Oh, and there's the bone. So you know for a fact you have freezing temps because you can see your breath. So I don't need the thermometer to detect it, but it is helpful to have it. So I'm going to take a picture of the bone after I get this EMF reader thrown to the ground. Let's try that again. So I think if you like kind of go at a different angle, like a slightly higher angle, you can... Okay, that didn't work. Maybe a little bit higher of an angle. There we go. So it flattened out. So we're going to get a picture of the bone. We get a little bit extra money for that. And then we pick up the bone, just like using the equip button. Yeah, so the picture is worth like 10 bucks. Picking up the bone I think is 10 bucks. I like to turn some of the lights off. We don't have to have them all on. Sometimes when the ghosts are flicking the lights on and off, it can overload the circuit too. So if you have them all on and the ghost flicks one on, it could turn off the power. So we'll head back. We'll get some more equipment. So I had mentioned before where you only have 3 inventory spots. So sometimes in order to make, to be able to fit the different equipment we need, you have to make the choice. Do I want the camera, or do I want to be able to take photos, or do I want the video camera to be able to see if there's ghost orbs? At this point, I want 2 pieces of evidence. I'll try to get photos of the ghost later. I've already found the bone. So we're going to run back in. I'm going to try to set the camera up in a location where I could see a good amount of the garage. So you have to activate the camera, see the little green light there, and then you set it down. You have to turn off the light because when you look back into the garage, and I forgot to set the book, so I'm just going to set this down real quick. I'm sorry, I get distracted when I'm talking. So when we go back to the van, we look at the camera. We're going to look in and we're going to try to see if we can see the ghost orbs. It'll show up as like a little light that's moving around. Alright, so we're actually out of time already, so we've gone below the 5 minutes. So we no longer really have any setup time left here. When I first see it, I look around, like sometimes you might miss it, but I'm pretty sure it's either a bad positioning or there's no ghost orbs. So we're going to grab another item that we need for our evidence, which is the spirit box, right? So we know we have freezing temps. There we go. You don't have to do that right away, but you can look through the different ghost types that are, you've narrowed it down to a few different ones. And again, that was without the thermometer. So now we're going to bring in this spirit box, and with the spirit box you just have to press and hold the V button as you try to talk to the ghost, and you can actually still hear my EMF reader going off. So I'm pretty sure we're in the right area here, and looking at it, we're at a 3. Yes, I believe that's a 3. See, if you walk backwards, you can see your breath a little bit better, because when I first walked through, I didn't even see my breath. I'm not sure why that was. I'm going to walk around, just maybe see if I can pick up a higher reading somewhere. Ooh, it's up to 4, and the door just moved. So we're, like, I'm pretty sure it's in this area right here. I'm going to put the EMF reader back on the ground. I'm going to put this camera in a different location, see if I can kind of see this area a little bit better over here. I'll put it on this trash can thing over here, pointing it in that general area so we can get another view. Let's try to talk on this spirit box a little bit, and we could just walk around and say things like, "Where are you? Where are you? What do you want?" Turning off the power. How old are you? Oh, there we go. It heard me because I was pressing the V button. So we don't really need this anymore. We already know that it spoke. I don't really need to talk to it anymore. So we know it's got spirit box as a clue. So we've got 2 clues now. So we're going to run out and we're going to see if we can get the 3rd clue, or, you know, by looking through the camera. Let's take a look. So I can actually see it right there. There. It's behind the car, like floating around by the car, behind the back of the car, and up towards the roof. So it's just floating there, and that's what a ghost orb looks like. You know, but so basically, the lights need to be off, and you need to turn the night vision on. So we got freezing temps, we got spirit box, we got ghost orb, and that eliminates it to a mare. It can only be one type of ghost. We have a bone photo, and I believe we get $10 for that photo. You know, we kind of want more, because I think it's $30 just generally just for determining the ghost type. So we're gonna go back in there. My sanity is not terrible. It's not great. I'm at 77%, but let's run back in. I got the camera. We're gonna try to get this ghost to appear to us, and we're gonna try to get a picture of it. And that's worth, like, you know, 10 extra bucks. So he killed the power, so we're going to turn that back on. So we knew it was a mare, and the mare likes to attack in the dark, right? So we wanted the lights to be on while we try to get him to show himself. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. Show yourself. Give me a sign. That's funny. That's funny. So we turned off the lights. Show me a sign. And now I'm gonna mess around. Oh, now I hear him. Boom. There. Snapped a picture. Got him on my camera. And now I'm pretty much done here. And of course, while I was asking for the sign, my wife was poking me in the side. That's why I was saying that's funny. But I was focused. I knew I needed a picture, and now I'm good. I know what I'm done. I don't need anything else. There's not much else I can do. And there you have it. That's the purpose of the game. That's the point of the game. We got a picture of the ghost, a picture of the bone. We grabbed the bone. We get special evidence points for that. Determined it was a mare. It's going to have it reduce the chances of attacking by turning the lights on. Insanity went down to 70%. The lower your sanity gets, the more likely that it'll attack you. So that's why you have things like sanity pills. But you go through and you use different evidences. We never even had to use the fingerprint gun. But if it was a ghost that left fingerprints, it would, you would detect them with this light, and they would show up as big, bright, green, like handprints or fingerprints, something along those lines. But we used the camera to detect ghost orbs. We used the spirit box to detect the voice activity, which is the spirit box, and then you have ghost orbs. Okay, and freezing temps we discovered with basically seeing our breath. And you could always see your breath if there's freezing temps. Sometimes you might want to walk backwards a little ways, like, because you can see your breath coming away from you. But I'm not going back in there. I'm going to get my $35 or whatever it is. We're just going to, because we did an amateur level, right? So, just to show you the purpose of the game. So, you don't get a lot of money for getting it right, but some of the objectives, like gathering like photos, helps out a lot. Gathering the evidence, and I'm not sure what the insurance is from. Did we lose something? But getting the different objectives is another $10. So I think it's like $20 just for solving it, I think, and then you get another $10 for objective, another $10 for whatever objective 2 was. I didn't even look. Then we got the photo of the ghost, the photo of the bone. There's other like activity, like if the ghost is like moving something around, you get a picture of it. That's like a ghost activity. You can get $10 for that. So you can get up to like 10 pictures, I think, if you have 2 cameras. Bone evidence, the $10, and then insurance. So we got $60 on the amateur, and the one nice thing is you have 5 minutes. You can run around the house. You know you're safe. You can set up before the ghost attacks. Anyways, that's the game in a nutshell.
Help! I'm in a nutshell! How did I get into this nutshell?